Hey everyone. I hope you're having a great day, but if you're waiting on IRS refunds, Social Security, or any government payments this month, you need to pay very close attention. January 30th, 2026 is coming up fast, and it's a major deadline that could actually affect whether some federal payments go out on time. I know that might sound scary, but don't worry. I'm going to break everything down for you in a simple, step-by-step way so you know exactly what's going on and what you should do to protect your money. Let's start with the big picture. Back in November 2025, Congress passed a short-term funding deal, what they call a continuing resolution, which basically keeps the government running. But here's the catch, that deal only lasts until January 30th, 2026. After that, if Congress doesn't pass a new funding bill or extend the current one, the United States could face a partial government shutdown. Now, I know when people hear shutdown, they instantly worry about everything stopping, and yes, some things will slow down, but not everything will stop. Let me explain. Programs like Social Security, Medicare, and other mandatory payments usually keep running even during a shutdown, so if you rely on those, you're generally safe. But other parts of the government, including many IRS operations, processing of refunds, and some offices, could temporarily slow down or pause. That means if you were expecting your tax refund this month, or a credit, or any other payment handled by federal agencies, there could be delays. And here's the tricky part, even if you filed your taxes on time and everything is correct, a shutdown could still cause your refund to arrive later than usual. It's not your fault. It's just how the system works when funding temporarily runs out. Now, why exactly is January 30th such a critical date? Well, Congress is supposed to pass 12 annual funding bills that cover everything the government does. So far, only some bills have been passed, which means there's a hard deadline looming. You can think of the government's budget like a credit card. November's deal gave them a temporary balance, but by January 30th, that balance expires. Without new approval, some government services simply stop working until a new budget is passed. I want to give you some perspective here. In past shutdowns, IRS operations slowed down a lot. Refunds were delayed by days, sometimes weeks. Employees still worked, but some weren't paid immediately, and that caused confusion and stress for millions of Americans. The difference this time is that people are already expecting payments, refunds, credits, or other benefits, and any delay could create real financial pressure. I know for many of you, that refund isn't just extra cash, it might be for bills, rent, or other important expenses, and that's why staying informed now is so important. So let's talk about how this directly affects you. If you're expecting a refund or payment from the IRS this month, here's what you need to know. First, refunds could be delayed, even if your filing is perfect. Second, IRS communication may slow down, calls or letters could take longer than usual, so don't panic if you don't get a response immediately. Third, government payroll and back pay could be temporarily delayed for federal employees, though once the government reopens, payments are usually issued. Even if you aren't a federal employee, this could impact your personal finances if you're counting on refunds or credits, so it's important to plan ahead. Now, let's get personal for a moment. Imagine you were planning to use your refund to pay off bills, buy something important, or even just for peace of mind. A delay could really throw things off. That's why I always tell viewers, don't wait until the last minute to file. File early, track your refund on irs.gov, and keep an eye on the news to see if Congress passes the funding in time. Even a day or two delay can make a difference if the shutdown happens. Here's a little tip, if you haven't filed yet, get your documents together and file as soon as possible. That way, even if the IRS slows down during a shutdown, your refund will already be in the queue. And if you've filed, check your refund status regularly, don't rely on memory or assumptions. I also recommend staying calm. Yes, delays are possible, but panicking doesn't help. Plan your finances, know what payments might be impacted, and adjust if needed. Let's wrap this up. The January 30th government funding deadline is critical. It affects IRS refunds, federal payments, and even some services you might not realize are tied to government funding. By filing early, tracking your refund, and staying informed, you give yourself the best chance to avoid being caught off guard. If this update helped you, hit that like button, it really helps me bring more updates to you. Comment below, do you think Congress will meet the January 30th deadline, or do you think we'll see delays? Let's see what everyone predicts. And don't forget to subscribe for instant IRS updates you can trust, so you're always prepared for any payment changes or deadlines. Stay alert, plan ahead, and I'll see you in the next update. Thanks for watching, and take care.